You're listening to BalaCore Fitness Show here on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. I'm Ellen Como. I have a guest here with me, Justice Rodriguez.
Hello.
He is from
Cal State Fullerton. I'm part of the business program, and I'm just listening in on the show.
Yeah, I'm showing him what part of the marketing for businesses and what the different things that we do. I do the show not only for marketing, just because I love being able to share my passion. And, you know, having a business where I get to share my passion every day is a pure gift. But everyone can have that gift. And I think if everyone goes for a business where you go for your passion, you know, you're always going to be successful. And you're always going to be fulfilled. And then you're always going to be better at what you do. You know, if you're an introvert and you're trying to throw yourself out there into an extroverted job, it's probably going to be uncomfortable and it might not be the right job for you. So, you know, everybody has a gift. And we talked about that in the first segment, the purpose. And so I know purely, I was put on this earth to teach fitness. That is my role in life. And to be able to lift people up and to remind them how amazing they are. That is my gift in this world. And when we went to break, I was going to really break down why my theory and why my classes are so different than a lot of the classes that are out there, and why you should come give BalaCore a try and try one of these classes. You can come to BalaCore for a week for free, try all of our different instructors. They are all amazing, and they all bring something great to the table, every single one of them. And sometimes it's funny how, you know, our studio, our members bounce around sometimes from instructor to instructor, but they really have something that they love about all of us because we're all so different. And when I opened my business, I didn't want a bunch of Ellens teaching classes. I wanted polar opposites than me teaching, because I think it's really important to get motivated in different ways. You know, you never want to have a bunch of the same person. Owning a business, you never want a bunch of yous running. What you want is a bunch of great people and letting them be their greatness and letting them shine on their own and bring what they bring to the table. Because then everyone walks in the door can feel that authenticity of that. Mm-hmm. You know, if you're trying to pretend to be somebody else, people are too smart. They're going to feel that. Yeah. And you never want that. So that's why I chose the instructors I did. All my instructors are freestyle instructors. What that means is we kind of walk in the room and we teach. We don't really have we have a plan, but we've been in the business for so long. If you add up the years of experience in our instructors at our studio, between the four of us, between Rael, Robin, myself, and Kerwin, we have over 125 years of experience in fitness. So having those years, and then Danny has about 4, and he teaches 1 or 2 classes here and there. And then we have a couple people that come in. Lisa, I'm so excited. Lisa is coming in as a cycle instructor, and she's got, again, over 30 years of experience. So now we're just going up in the experience years right now. And then Adria is amazing too. Adria Lombardi is wonderful. Everyone loves her. She really, she takes you to your limit. She'll tire you out. She's wonderful. So we have all the different instructors. They all teach different ways. I'm going to be able to let the other instructors share their theories on different weeks on this show, because I would love for you to hear why they do what they do. So important. And what I do when I take on a class and I'm teaching a class, it's my job, I feel, to let every person in that class know as much as I do about how their body functions, how it works, how their muscles work. Every muscle has a originate where it starts and an insert where it ends. And so those usually occur between 2 joints. And that's how, by contracting or bending, that's how you get that muscle to contract. So with a class, what I will do is show them, I give them a visual of what the exercise looks like. Everybody does it. I kind of look around the room, I can see what's going on, and I will actually tell them exactly what muscle they should be feeling it in. If they don't feel it in that muscle, they raise their hand. And then at that point, they tell me why, and I go over and I help them. Or maybe there's 3 or 4 people in the class that are struggling, and then I answer up in the front of the classroom. I don't go back in one-on-one. All our classes are like personal training in a class setting. I'm never up there just doing my own thing, not paying attention to what every single person is doing in my class. I walk around the class. I might see somebody doing something, and I'll go up and I'll help them. And it's really important that they all know that I'm keeping an eye on them and I want them to get better. Because what starts to happen is when they first start coming to the classroom, they're just trying to just get through the workout. They're doing whatever they can to get through the hour. They're tired, they're sore, they might be back their second and third day, everything hurts. Maybe their bottom hurts, maybe their quads hurt, they can't walk, they're having trouble getting up and down, sitting, the stairs. That usually occurs when someone has never worked out before and has now started a program. So they still walk in, they're sore, they're just trying to get through the week. But in the back of their mind, they're really not listening to much that I'm telling them because they're just trying so hard to stay. And then, the people that have been with me for a while are listening to the more of the instruction. Then as soon as I get the class to a level that they're paying attention, I start to add more weight with everybody because I know they can do it. You never want to add more weight until you're ready, till your form is on point. If you do add too much weight to your body before you're ready, that's when you're going to get injury. And a lot of people think, well, if I use 10 pounds and I got this sore, if I use 20, I'll get double sore. Well, if your body isn't ready, your joint, the muscles that attach into that joint aren't ready, it can lead to injury. And you wonder why all of a sudden, gosh, why is my elbow hurting all the time? And it's usually an overusage. It could be a lot of things, but sometimes it's overusage of a muscle. So I like to teach that in my class as well. There's so much learning going on in my classes, it almost becomes almost a workshop. And it's a workshop that they come to 4 to 5 days a week. And we work on different body parts, different muscles. And what I'm seeing with the men and the women that come to my class is when they come in with a different purpose. They come in with like, oh my gosh, I've never felt my butt before. I finally felt it for the first time. This is amazing. And then at that moment, they know what it feels like, so they're really starting to be able to work on that muscle. And now the muscle is getting stronger. Now their body's starting to change. Now people are actually making a comment. Their husbands, their wives, their friends are going, wow, those jeans look really good on you. Their bottom's up higher. Now they're starting to get compliments. It's giving them more motivation to come back to the class and to listen more and to do more and to use their muscles more. And that's all muscles. And then they start to get results. So it's really, really important that when you are in your classes, the hows and the whys that you're there. Like, what are you doing? Why am I here? What am I doing this for? Why am I doing this muscle? Why did I use, what am I doing now? Like, why? Always know if you're doing a classroom type situation and you have a weight in your hand and you have no idea what muscles you're supposed to be working, please ask. Ask your instructor, where am I supposed to be feeling this? What muscle am I working? And then if you're not feeling those muscles, I think at that point you need to let them know, I'm not feeling this. You need to help me. And you don't have to say it like that, but you might have to if it's, it's very loud, music's going on, put up your hand, get their attention somehow so they can come over and they can help you. And also, if you do have an instructor that says to you, are you feeling this right here in your lats and is touching the place and you're not feeling it there, but you don't want to be embarrassed? You're not going to be embarrassed. Raise your hand because invariably there's someone else in that classroom that isn't feeling it too and they're afraid to speak up. So speak up, then you'll get a couple of cues on how to change that and your workout will be more effective. So it's important to do that. Now with nutrition, there are so many different ways to handle nutrition. There are so many different supplemental companies out there. And it's really important if you're going to go to the supplemental way that you find the one that works for you. There's some that have better product than the others, some that might be more effective than others for different people because our body chemistry is a little bit different. Our blood isn't the same blood type. Our body chemistries are, and we're men and we're women. So none of our body chemistry is the same. We have different allergies to different things and there's so much going on and a lot of that has to do with the quality of our food. But so if you take on a supplemental or a protein powder, or you dive into any kind of supplemental company and you're finding it's not working for you, the first thing, don't say that doesn't work for me and quit. Because what might happen is we might have something else that we can give you. There might be something else. Like, wait a minute, maybe don't try that product, but try this product. Or maybe try these two together instead of those three together. There's so many things. So give it a chance first. Then, and know why. Please ask why. Why am I drinking this right now? Why am I taking this right now? Like, don't just, here, drink this. Well, why? Why am I drinking this? You want to know why you're doing what you're doing. Don't go into it blindly. You have every right to know what you're doing and why you're doing it. What's in there? And usually every company has most of the stuff up there. Find out, well, why am I having this drink after, why am I taking these BCAAs, which is branched chain amino acids, after I work out? Why am I doing this? Don't, because your trainer tells you to do it, just go, okay, and just pop it, because you're not learning anything. You want to know more about your body than your trainer does. You want to know more about how your body functions than your trainer does. And you want to know more about what's effective for your body than your trainer does. You want to be a constant student of your body and what it takes to make it better. So ask a ton of questions. And that's what I'm telling you, when you find a trainer and you're looking for a trainer, make sure you find one that you can communicate, that's willing to sit down and communicate with you. If they fluff you, just take it and I don't want to talk to you, that's something you want to think about. So you want to make sure that you have a good communication and you know why you're taking it. Because they might say, well, I need you to take it for this reason. And then you're going, oh, wait a minute. I have been taking it and I haven't noticed that's worked for me. That gives them the opportunity to help fix it. And let's you decide not to go the supplemental way and you go completely the food way. Again, don't just take a nutrition program in writing and just, okay, eat this for breakfast, this for lunch, and this for dinner. Eat these 2 snacks and you're on your way. You want to know why. Like, okay, why am I eating oatmeal in the morning? Why? What is in there? You're telling me to eat a protein, a carb, and a grain. Why? Why am I eating those things? Yeah. Like, what are they going to do for my body? I mean, you want to know. Because if you don't know, the more you know, the more educated you are, the better choices you're going to make in every area of your fitness. But if you think about it in life, the more you know, the more educated you are, the better choices you can usually make. That doesn't mean they're all right, but they're usually better choices. I always say, you make a mistake is a choice you made because you didn't know any different. Once you know different, you can make a better choice. Mm-hmm. That's so true with your fitness and with your nutrition. So know why. I tell everybody sleep is the number one thing for getting fit. Don't just take my word for it. Why, Ellen, why? Well, that's the time that we're going to restore. We go into a restoration period in our body. That's when our muscles are doing the restoration. We can take supplements to help us with that, but it really occurs when we're sleeping. And it also gives our brain a chance to slow down and to give ourselves a chance to kind of go through our day. That's what dreams are. We go through our days so we can kind of let go of things we need to let go of. The things that stay on our mind are usually things that we still haven't worked out yet, that we need to go through another day and try to work it out again. But on a fitness level, sleep is so important because that's your restorative time. And if you're not getting enough sleep, your body is going to generate different hormones in your body that will make you gain weight. So you got to know that. That's why people that work the night shift, they have a really hard time trying to keep their weight off because that's the time that our body thinks it's supposed to be sleeping. So they really have a double they have to be really careful with their nutrition, and they really have to stay on a strict exercise program more than others. So ask questions. Know why. I have had people walk into me and say, I just want to hire you as a trainer. I don't want you to tell me why I'm doing what I'm doing. I just want to do it. And that's great. I'll do that, but I won't do that until we go over a caveat together. But if you do know why, you'll get more results. Okay, do you still not want to know? Yeah, I don't want to know. Okay, let's go. That's their choice to miss out on that opportunity, and they have the right to make that choice. So when you're walking into any kind of a fitness studio, and you've always walked in and just blindly said, just do whatever, I don't care. I'll just follow what you're doing. I don't even want to know. Just make my body change. If you do take the opportunity to learn why, your body might look a lot better. So just kind of weigh it out. And then when you go off on your own, you go on vacation, it's 5 years from now and you don't have, for some reason, the availability of that trainer, you're going to be able to know as much as you possibly can to go off on your own and still maintain that body that you've worked for. I have a client I've been with for 15 15 years. She probably knows as much as I do, if not more. She could probably train her own group of people if she wanted. But she still comes to me for the motivation, for the friendship, and for that connection. But she also knows why she's doing what she's doing. And that's a really important thing to know. So, if you haven't been doing that before and you're wondering why your body isn't getting results, try that. I mean, you have nothing to lose. Start asking questions. Start learning why. Start learning why is that exercise in that workout where it is. That's called sequencing. Why we put the exercises where we do in that hour. We're very, very careful, trainers, about putting an exercise in a complete order in order to get the most out of a muscle. So that's another thing that's really, we can explain to you if you want to sit down and know. I explain it in my classrooms. And I don't want you to think the whole entire class you're not moving with me. You're moving the whole time. I'm throwing this stuff out there the whole entire hour. And I talk the whole hour. Sometimes. Other times I let you work too. And when I'm timing you, I let you kind of really get through and start feeling the muscles that you're feeling. And with nutrition, what I really, really like my members to do with me is they have a food journal. And I tell them just fill it out when you can. And then when I'm walking in or out the door, just throw it in my face. Ellen, look at this. What am I doing? And we'll be able to sit down and we'll be able to talk about it. Because nutrition is such a specialized thing. We work different hours. Some of us don't work at all. Some of us have small children. Some don't. Grown children. Some people live alone. Some people have a whole family they're trying to take care of. At one point, when I had my son in football, here I'm trying to get somebody to gain weight while I'm trying to maintain weight, and my other son was trying to lose weight. So I had 3 different goals going on in one dinner. How do we make all 3 goals work? If you know why you're eating what you're eating, and you know how it functions in your body, that becomes a very easy task. It's not so difficult anymore. So know about nutrition. And you can find that out just by whenever you sit down with your trainer or your nutritionist, it's asking questions. And if you're going to be there, a lot of people I've seen, and it happens to me, and when it does happen to me, I usually bring it to the forefront when whoever I'm working with, they walk in the door, and they walk in the door 5 minutes late on their phone, and there's, their phone's sitting right in front of them on every exercise. They're texting between every exercise. What you've done is just wasted so much of your time. You haven't really wasted the trainer's time. They're there for that hour anyway. But you've wasted your money and your time by doing that. Let everybody know, even if you have to have a group text that goes out to every single person that you've ever possibly met in your whole entire life, that for this hour, I'm out. Unless it's and if it's an emergency, if you have small kids, that's where it gets a little bit different. Check your phone like every 10, 15 minutes, but keep it away from you so you're not focusing on that phone so much, because I've really seen an exercise session turn into a phone session so easily. Now, I got to say there's times when we're waiting for a phone call. It could come, it could not come. And you're like, you know what, I'm going to go get my workout in. And if it comes, great. If not, I got my workout in. So that's a different story. But that's another thing I want you to be careful. When you're in the studio and when you're working on your body, be in the studio, be working on your body. Don't be anywhere else. And if you're doing 25 reps, this happens a lot. We'll do 25 reps of a difficult exercise, and my members I can see it on their faces. They're already thinking about 20 on 2. I always tell them, when you're on 2, be on 2. When you're on 4, be on 4. Be in the moment of your workout. Don't be at the market already running your errands and picking up what you need for dinner. You're there such a short amount of time. Make every moment matter. And then you're going to see that your body's going to be changing a lot quicker. You're going to notice that you're going to be getting more results. And you're going to notice there's a lot of stuff going on that you didn't know before. And then you add knowledge to that. You're going to see a lot of change going on. And it's so great when you have all that knowledge and you have all that understanding. I kind of had, a complete, just my brain went dead. And I was trying to tell my members what to do in a classroom. And I go, and they answered me. They knew what I was saying before I said it. And I love that. That was a moment where I knew I'm reaching them. They're listening. We have something great going on here. I don't have a bunch of just brain dead people going through the motions. I have a bunch of thinkers that are here that really want to change their bodies. And the ones that do kind of want to follow along, start to learn as well, but in a very, very quiet way. Well, we're going to take a break here. We're going to be right back. This is Ellen Como on BalaCore Fitness Show, your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. You're listening to BalaCore Fitness Show here on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. I'm Ellen Como, and you've been listening this whole entire hour. And if you're interested in coming to BalaCore Fitness, I would love to meet you. You can go onto our website, balacore.net, our Facebook page, BalaCore. You can call it 661-312-3130. We always give everybody a free week with nothing, and we're not going to take your credit card for that week or, have you do anything crazy. We just want you to come and experience all the different classes and see if this is your home. And the best way to find out if it's your home is to spend a week there and see how much you like it. And I know you're going to love all of our instructors, and you can see our class schedule to see if something works for you. We do indoor cycling, we do resistance training, we also do boot camps and kickboxing, so we do a lot of different type workouts, so it's really fun. And we're adding stuff all the time because fitness is always about changing things up. But Justice is here. Justice Rodriguez is here from Cal State
University, or University of Cal State University Fullerton. Technically,
yeah, and he's here, and I'm showing him probably kind of about business, talk about business. And I just said, why don't you just come join me on the air today and just check it out. So I told him, and he already knows this, I wouldn't pull anything out to change. I'm not gonna, no trick questions here. But I just was asking what what is your how and why?
Well, my how and why, I started going to Cal State Fullerton because I originally wanted to go into biology. I wanted to go into med school after I graduated with a biology degree. I kind of changed it up my first semester. Like most college students, I changed my major in the first semester and went over to business because they have a great business program there. And I love it. I've always been into fitness and the gym, and I've actually been working at the gym, the Student Recreation Center at Cal State Fullerton, for a full 2 years now. I'll be up to manager by next semester, or the semester after that. And, I'm thinking about minoring in kinesiology. This felt like an awesome opportunity to come and interview you as the owner of BalaCore. It's a really great business, and it was something that I think I'd be interested in kind of seeing how things work. So that's why I wanted to come in here and, interview you and see how you do what you do and how you market yourself, how you market your company. And it's been great so far. I'm so
glad you're here today. And that's it. He's finding his purpose. Us, as I always say, we are all pathfinders and we're helpers. So when you get that opportunity to be able to be a pathfinder or a mentor to somebody, never ever be too busy. Always find a way to make it work and share it. Don't say, I'm going to go do my show and I'll meet you later. Just say, come be on my show with me. Come see this firsthand, because that's the best way to learn, right? Knowledge is power. And I don't think you'd understand unless you were sitting here with me today, like what this is all about. You really get to see the behind the scenes and what we do and how we do it. I'm a little unconventional, like they know I talk out of my head the whole time. I don't have a script. I just go. But some people might have a script, and that might work for you. But it gives you a chance to see a different opportunity to see what we do.
Yeah.
So, and I think, for anyone out there, if you do know of somebody and they ever reach out to you in your business or your passion or your whatever you do, don't be too busy. It's a blessing to be able to have this time to spend.
Yeah.
So it's so good to be able to be and mentor others. And it's funny, I'll probably learn more about you than you think today.
Yeah.
Because usually when you're mentoring and you're helping somebody else, you learn something. Or it brings you back to, what? That's right.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot about that. It got lost in all the other stuff that I do every day.
Yeah.
So I love that. Kinesiology, obviously, I got to say I'm a little partial to that. So I would say that's a really great way to go.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different places you can go. One thing about fitness is that it's the one thing that everybody at a certain point in their life has to get involved in.
Yeah.
Or the doctor's going to be sitting across the desk saying, if you do not start working out, you are going to die. And I have people that walk in the door, and if you're listening, don't be that person. But I have people that walk in the door of my studio because the doctor is basically told that. So they leave the doctor's office and show up at my front door. So you don't want to be that. But fitness is an industry that's constantly changing, which is so much fun. Fitness is an industry where you get to be really creative with who you are and really find your passion. There's so many different areas of fitness. You could do what I do, you know, as a business owner. You could be a trainer. You could be part of, you know, creating and making equipment, the big equipment that they sell at the gyms. You could be part of selling that equipment to the big gyms. Those guys have the best time in the world because they travel around and they just teach people how to use their equipment.
Yeah.
And so they get to stay in shape for a living. So that's really fun. And then you can always go into the entertainment part of it. You know, the fitness modeling, the this, the that. So there's so many different opportunities, and I'm so glad you could be here sharing this with me today. And I just want to tell everybody, know your how and know your why, know your purpose, know your passion, and don't settle for anything less. This is Ellen Como. Have a great day. You are listening to BalaCore Fitness Show on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Bye-bye, everyone.